Beyond the Edge, a sequential entertainment podcast by Dray and Calum Verrecchia.
We interrupt this scheduled programme with a news flash. An accident in a research laboratory in a non-specific city in a far-off country has happened. A deadly pathogen of unknown origin with potential pandemic proportions has been let loose on the world. A pathogen, if left unchecked, could devastate the world's reserves of cheddar cheese. A representative for the government of that far-off country has said that there is nothing to be worried about. It's an isolated incident and there's nothing sinister going on.
There's nothing to be worried about. It's an isolated incident and there's nothing sinister going on.
More on that story as we get it.
Ah, hello there. You're finally awake then. How you doing there, chap?
Yeah, a bit sore, but I'm good, thanks.
What are you in for then?
I was in getting castrated.
Wow, that's a bit radical, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I've got 6 kids, and, well, the wife and I, we just thought, enough is enough.
Brave man.
Yeah, well, as I say, the wife and I discussed that, 6 kids and that, lots of mouths to feed. What about yourself? What are you in for?
Oh, I'm getting one of those vasectomies.
That's the word I was looking for.
Excuse me, my good man. Could you tell me how far it is to Inverness?
Well, I'm not very sure about that, but I do ken that it takes 4 hours to get from Inverness to here.
I see. So, shouldn't it take the same from here to Inverness?
Oh, no, not necessarily. You see, there's 7 days between Christmas and New Year. But it's a gay long time between New Year and Christmas.
We interrupt this scheduled programme with more on the cheese pandemic. A spokesperson for the Society of Curds and Whey Products has said that cheddar is only the beginning. Other cheeses could fall foul of its variants.
Cheddar is only the beginning. Other cheeses could fall foul of its variants.
The price of cheese is expected to skyrocket and will be more expensive than gold gram for gram. That is, if you can get your hands on any cheese in the first place.
Why do you always fall asleep when I'm talking to you?
I'm not sleeping, I'm praying.
What on earth are you praying for?
That you'll stop talking to me and let me sleep.
Right then, Sergeant. What have we got here then?
Boss, our victims are 1 female and 1 male couple. They've been shot multiple times and then stabbed with a big knife of some kind. Again, several times. And the man has been bludgeoned with a heavy blunt object around the head and neck. Looks like they were caught in the course of their love-making by a burglar. The way I see it, they were here in the bedroom having a bit of afternoon delight when an intruder disturbed them and, well, we can see the result. Or they could be the victims of the beginning of a serial killer and we can expect further murders. It's a right mystery, boss, and no mistake.
It's a crime of passion. And the wife did it. Obvious.
How could you possibly know that, boss?
Easy. Look here. There's a bunch of ripped up love letters scattered over the 2 corpses. How do I know they're love letters? They're written on pink paper and signed with hundreds of kisses. It's in the middle of the afternoon and no self-respecting couple would ever consider lovemaking at this time of the day. Nighttime and in the dark only. Then there's the scantily clad female. Can't be the wife, because it was the wife that caught these 2 philanderers in the act and shot them, stabbed them and bludgeoned her husband about the face and neck.
But boss, How can you be so sure?
Because the wife is sitting in the corner of the bedroom covered in blood, holding a huge kitchen knife in one hand and a revolver in the other, and a blood-covered baseball bat lying at her feet, with a sign around her neck saying, "I did it. I killed the two-timing bastard and his whore."
Yes, I did it, and I'd do it again.
You're so competent, boss.
That's why I'm a DCI in charge of the competent detective squad, and you're just a sergeant. Sergeant.
Just relax back in the chair, William, and we'll begin our session shortly, okay? Have things got any better since the last time you were here?
I'm sure she's being unfaithful to me. Again.
Didn't we go over this last time? William, you know that your wife is madly in love with you, okay?
Well, this time I followed her, and when she says she's going to her sister's, she goes to a pub instead to pick up men. In fact, she sleeps with anybody who asks her. I'm going crazy. What do you think I should do?
Well, first just relax, take a deep breath and calm down. We don't want you hyperventilating, do we? Now, tell me, what's the name of this pub and where exactly is it?
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. I do have a particular set of skills I have acquired over a very long career. I will find the perfect chest of drawers or occasional table from my extensive collection of handcrafted furniture just for you, all on a 50% sale this weekend only.
Welcome to the Keep Fit Guru podcast. I'm here to answer all your Keep Fit questions, and I'm the Keep Fit Guru. So let's get started. Today we're going to be using the exercise bike. But before we go any further, it's important to remember to do this with a gym buddy, as accidents can happen. So, allow me to introduce my gym buddy, Malcolm.
Hello.
The gym has just got the new Studio J-Cycle Aptocryptic Pro. This is a marvellous bit of kit. It has a gyno motor at its heart. Now this is the type that can set a pace for you, and I'm going to show you how to correctly and effectively use the exercise bike. First and foremost, get the height of the seat right, then the handlebars, and make sure that you set the screen at eye level. That way you won't have to bend and strain to see it. You also need the seat at the correct height. That means that you don't hit your knees against the front upright. It's very simple to use. The green switch is to turn it on, the dial sets the pace, and the red switch is to turn it off. You can also set the handlebars to move back and forth, but if you're not used to this, I'd just leave it at standard. But I'm well versed in using this exercise bike, so I'll set it to maximum. I'm able to handle the stress of this, but if you're not that experienced, you could find yourself losing control. So as the bike gathers momentum and it gets faster and faster, and you feel like you're starting to lose control with the bike, all you have to do is take your feet off the pedals. The bike then registers that you're not pedaling anymore, and it begins to slow down gradually. Once the bike has slowed down and come to a complete stop, make sure that you dismount off the bike correctly, like so. And that is how you effectively use the Studio J-Cycle Aptocryptic Pro. Safely and accident-free. I certainly couldn't have done it without my gym buddy Malcolm here.
Aye.
Now, what's next, Malcolm?
Oh, for goodness sake.
Oh, look! Dumbbell squats. Let's go.
Dumbbells. Oh, man.
How are you today? I'm looking for Manny the language expert.
Aye, that's me, Manny the language expert.
Well, I've just moved here to little old Aberdeen. I'm in the oil business.
Aye, of course. The oil business, Aberdeen. Well, what can I do you for?
I was given your name by a buddy who says you helped him with the local language. I'd like to learn some of that local language.
No bother at all.
Okay, so could we start with the word for what?
Aye, that would be fit.
Fit means what?
Aye, that's right.
Oh, okay, I think I get it. Yeah. So what about, fit about the word for foot.
Fit.
I'm asking about the word for foot.
That would be fit.
But you said fit was for what?
No. Fat is for foot. And fat is for what?
This is getting complicated. So what would you say about someone who exercises a lot? They would be what and healthy?
Fit.
I said, would they be what and healthy?
Fit, man.
Foot?
No, man. Fit. Fat.
Fit and healthy.
Aye, fit and healthy.
That's what I'm asking.
Fit?
Okay, this is getting real complicated real fast. Let's see. The word for what is fit, and the word for foot is also fit, and the word for fit is, well, fit.
That's it, man. You're getting it.
Yeah, right. Okay. So, fit about the word for where, as in, where is it?
Forest.
Forest?
No. Nae forest. Forest.
Okay, this is getting crazy. It's enough to give anyone a fit.
Oh, an uncontrollable seizure. Aye.
Herbivores be cool to be a stegosaurus. I'd swoop in, but then I'm gone. If I was fierce pteranodon, I'd eat 1,000,000 target prawns. If I could be a Macleod. They don't run when I stop by. Even raptors run and cry. Teeth as sharp as razor blade and perfect for my hungry race. I'd be tough, I'd be the best. I'd fight with some and eat the rest. Little arms, scaly chest. I'd be Tyrannosaurus Rex. Stomp, stomp, thump, thump, chomp, chomp, chomp. Stomp, stomp, thump, thump, chomp, chomp. Roar!
Right, you get the cash, man.
Aye. What have you got, like?
How about some of that brie?
Nah, too French. Anything Scottish?
Cabic?
Nah, a bit bland. And see the oats, they get caught in my teeth. You got any blue murder?
I just sold the last bit. I've got some of that Lanark blue, though.
I can't stand that sheep's cheese, mate. I prefer only cow.
Oh, right. Yeah. I get my hands on some of that traditional Ayrshire Dunlop.
See, now that's what I'm talking about. I heard there was some of that Isle of Mull up for grabs.
Oh, no chance. Last few kilos of that cheddar cheese were bought by some laird up in the Orkney.
Bastard. Right then. Traditional Ayrshire Dunlop it is then.
£3,000.
Eh?
£3,000 a kilo. You're lucky to get that price, man. Seriously strong cheddar selling for twice that, if you can get it in the first place.
Aye, alright. When and where?
Sweet. Be here tomorrow night with the dosh, man. You'll get your cheese.
Have you had headaches? Feeling sick? Have you got tired eyes? Sore limbs? Toothache? Do you suffer from lower back syndrome, lazy foot and step? Or just overall feeling fatigued and don't know why?
I was feeling sick all the time and always had tired eyes, and I didn't know why.
I was having headaches for no reason and feeling overall fatigued and didn't know why.
My foot and step and lower back were always a problem, and I didn't know why.
This is maybe a result of holding your mobile phone too close to your body when using it. You see, your mobile phone emits powerful electro-radical emitters resulting in all the symptoms mentioned and more.
I have all the symptoms mentioned, and probably more, on a regular basis.
What you need is Actostress, a company that finally has the solution to all your imaginary aches and pains. Actostress can help. We have the first ever mobile phone radical radiation emitter harmonizing dot. Yes, this handy little patch sticks discreetly on the back of your mobile phone and harmonizes with your own brain and body electro waves, giving complete protection against highly electro-radical emitting stress level protonizers. This is backed by a highly scientific imaginary aches and pains tests. We poked and prodded our subject without a radical radiation emitter harmonizing dot stuck to the back of our phone, then did the same test, but this time with the radical radiation emitter harmonizing dot stuck to the back of our phone. The result was amazing.
I was the test subject and the results was amazing.
Conclusive evidence that we can cure all your imaginary aches and pains, I'm sure. Buy our mobile phone radical radiation emitter harmonizing dot and cure yourself today. Send £65 sterling now and receive your your radical radiation emitter harmonizing dot in the post tomorrow. But act now. Limited supplies.
No party involved in Actostress or its derivative companies makes any claim that any of its products are intended to prevent, cure, mitigate, treat or diagnose disease or imaginary aches and pains. You must not rely on any information provided as an alternative to medical advice.
Welcome back to Frugal Camper, with me, Tam the Frugal Camper. This week, I've got a real treat for you. I've already been out foraging for some free food, and I'm going to make a dish fit for royalty. Let me just get my stove lit. Now. As we wait for the water to boil, I've got some personal news that I'd like to share with you. I was contacted by the International Hunter-Gatherers and Foraging Association, and well, they've invited me to be their Scottish representative. I have to say, this is a true honour. A true honour for me. Bloody insects. Now, with this esteemed position comes great responsibility. I want to get very serious now, just for a second. Bloody midges. Anyway, carry on, ignore them. What was I doing? Not going to steal this moment from me. Now, what was I saying? Oh yes, great responsibility. Foraging goes back thousands of years, back to the hunter-gatherers, and we owe it to them to forage responsibly. Only take what you... there are so many, the bloody midges. Why can't they leave me alone? They follow me everywhere. Bloody...
More bubbly, darling? Oh, lovely. I had the neighbours at my door in the middle of the night. 3 a.m, I ask you. Technically, it's the middle of the night, 11:59. As soon as it's midnight, it's already morning.
Not the time, Lily.
It was just as well that the Highland Band and I were still rehearsing our bagpipe routine.
Hello? Are you there?
Psst. Over here. Behind the bins.
You got the cheese, man?
Well, I do have cheese, like.
Not the traditional Ayrshire Dunlop. But I've got buyers, man. People are relying on me.
Keep your voice down. I can only get some Anston. Now, I know it's not the same.
You're no kidding. It's too crumbly, man. I need something with a bit more cheddar, like.
Okay. Keep your hat on. I'll get some Campmas O'May for batter. It's good Aberdeenshire cheese.
How much have you got?
About 5 kilo.
Right, let me see it.
There you go, man. See, that's the real deal, man.
Right. Nice. That just melts in your mouth. Creamy, but sharp.
Right, now that you've sampled it, where's the money? $3,000, as we agreed.
Aye, well, here's the cash, like say.
Nice. Good doing business with you. See ye.
Wait. I want more. I'm willing to buy as much as you've got, like.
Give me a few days, like, eh?
No, man. I need it, like, right away. My people can get a hold of unlimited cash.
I've
got a suitcase full of cash right here. I'm ready to buy it right now.
Right, wait here. I'll call the boss. See if she can help you. Boss, aye, I've got a buyer here with a suitcase full.
Here, Bob, I'm really worried. I think I must be a robot.
A robot? You mean like a robot? How'd you make that out, Charlie?
Well, I was on that internet trying to log into my bank account, you know.
Very good. That, in itself, is an achievement.
I know that, Bob, but the point is, I failed the Are You a Robot test.
See? That's machines getting their own back on humans, that is.
I appreciate you complying to this audit, Mr. William.
Didn't really have a choice, did I?
No, not really. So, can you tell me about the people you have working for you?
Sure. What do you need to know?
What you pay them, their working conditions, everything, really.
Well, there's Maria. She's the hotel receptionist, and I pay her £450 for a 37-hour week. Oh, with free food and board, and she works 5 days out of 7. Then there's Michael, my second chef. I pay him £500 for a 45-hour week, free food and board, and he gets 2 days off a week.
Very generous indeed. Go on.
Well, there's also Gary, the kitchen porter. He gets £300 a week. He also gets free food and board, and he works 5 days a week. And, of course, then there's the half-wit.
That's a bit, I mean, you shouldn't be calling someone that. It's incredibly derogatory.
But it's true. He is a half-wit. He works 90 hours a week without a day off, and he gets £50 wages. Well, more pocket money, if I have to be honest.
But that's terrible.
Wait! It gets even better, my friend. He pays for his own food and board, but on a Saturday night he gets a bottle of gin to drink, and sometimes he gets to sleep with the wife.
This is outrageous. I demand to speak to this half-wit right now, this instant.
You're speaking to him.
That was very foolish of you to get caught like that, international spy. I thought you'd be more of a formidable foe.
Here, isn't that beardy hipster guy for a painting?
Luke Lestrade, you imbecile. And I wouldn't count your chickens before they hatch.
Oh, very apt. As you can see, I've had my men tie you spread eagle onto stakes in the ground and cover you and your accomplice with a mixture of corn, grains, and kitchen scraps.
Yes. Disgusting.
My mum never throws anything away, like food and that. I mean, she turns everything into something else. Last week we had mince and tatties, and the next night she turned the leftovers into chili con carne or something. It was great.
Will you shut up?
What I am about to unleash will have them flocking.
Do you expect me to talk?
What?
Do you expect me to talk?
Why would I?
Well, every megalomaniac expect the hero to talk and give away vital secrets to thwart your evil plan.
I like to talk. I think it's a good thing to talk. My Auntie Anne used to say that it was essential for a relationship to be able to talk like, but I was never in a relationship, so I never had the chance to talk. Well, I say my Auntie Anne, but she was really just a neighbour, eh?
You know, if I had a gun right now, I'd shoot you. I would. Now, be quiet. You won't get anything from me, Luke Lestrade. I've been trained to withstand torture, you know.
Isn't it I that should be talking?
What?
How? Do you think that your relationship with your ma is in trouble, like.
Don't listen to him. I don't suppose you have a gun I could borrow.
Ha! You'd like that, wouldn't you? Giving you a gun. No, I only meant that shouldn't you be trying to get me to talk? To tell you of my evil plan to take over the world?
Hey, Luke Skywalker, we already found your evil plans behind the picture, eh? And radioed it in, like, so there's no need to try and frighten us in that. Although, I'm not as frightened as I was last year when I went out Halloween dressed up as a zombie. Well, I say zombie, but really, my mum just put on my jacket backwards and zipped it up the back, then covered my face with flour to make it look zombie-like. Like.
Does he ever shut up?
No, I'm pleading with you. Please shoot him.
No need. A fate worse than death awaits you both. I will now let loose hundreds of carnivorous chickens to pick your carcasses clean.
Oh, I love chickens. Hiya, chickens. Dinny, that tickles, man. It's a bit like when my uncle used to tickle me when I was sitting on his knee. Well, I say uncle, but he was really just a friend of the family.
Guard,
I say a friend
hand me that gun,
will
you?
He was just someone that used to hang out with my dad in his jacket. Chickens, it's tickly. Anyway, he used to hang out with my dad in his yard where he used to buy and sell things.
Hello, I'm here. I've got the cash.
I hear you're looking to buy some cheese.
You're Mary Burns?
Yes, I am.
But you are one of the finest purveyors of cheese in the country.
Well, you know the cheese world, don't you?
But your name is synonymous with quality dairy products, primarily cheese, but you've recently ventured into the organic yogurts. I don't understand. Why are you doing this?
Do you realise how many varieties of cheese there are in the world? Thousands. Thousands. Literally every country in the world does dairy manufacturing. Even Japan has a cheese. Sakura. It's a relatively smooth white cheese ripened with yeast that's matured on top of sakura leaves, or cherry blossom leaves, hence the name.
I've never tried that cheese. That sounds tasty.
Well, you never will now. I created the pathogen that became the pandemic to kill off all the world cheese supplies, except Scottish cheese. I like to call it my plandemic.
You're mad. You'll never get away with it.
Oh, but I already have. With Scottish cheese prices going through the roof on the black market, I'll be able to begin manufacturing of cheeses and other dairy products, all from Scotland, on a scale far larger than ever before. My plan for world cheese domination has already begun.
You'll never get away with it because I'm not what I seem. I've just pressed a button in this device that has alerted my colleagues that are waiting outside, and they will be here momentarily. For I am not just a simple buyer. I am an officer from the International Department of Cheese and Other Dairy Product Manufacturing, or IDCODPM. I know it's a bit of a mouthful, but we're working on the name. I'm here to stop your evil plan of world cheese domination.
My plans have been foiled. Blast you and the IDCODPM. Yes, it is a bit of a mouthful.
Take her away.
No prison is secure enough to hold me. You may have halted my plans for world cheese domination, but I'll be back. My stark warning to you is, watch your chicken stocks. Are you stockpiling the world's egg production?
Beyond the Edge, a sequential entertainment podcast. Performed by Terry Dray, Calum Verrecchia, Debbie Whyte, Lynne Morris, Robert Iain Crawford, Norman Lamont, and Matt Mason. Written by Terry Dray and Calum Verrecchia. Additional material from Robert Iain Crawford. Music written and performed by Robert Iain Crawford, Kevin Macleod and Craig Weild. Produced and created by Terry Dray for Edge of the World Productions.